Alejandro, I love that you say we, because you're a huge part of our team. We really consider you to be an extension of BCI, and the way that you've gotten to know who we are, what we excel at, and also what our ask is when we need help with something has really been very helpful into getting us where we are today. I would say that probably from the very beginning, what we needed your assistance with was, one small thing. It was the initial ask to help build our private equity deck, which was something that we were not well versed at. It was our first time, and you really helped us put together our value prop and come up with something professional that ultimately helped us with our acquisition from Alliant. But then it was the whole social media thing that we grew, and starting with the social media on Instagram, on LinkedIn, and Facebook, and then taking it to the next level to help us with our client newsletter, which we've continued to do now consistently for a couple years. And it was one of those things that we started and could never really internally get the momentum to be consistent with it, because it does require some legwork to get the articles, to get it into constant contact, make sure everything's worded right, and to make it look professional, and then updating the contact list. So it was a huge help to be able to have someone like you step in and be able to consistently provide that service to our clients. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think any employer, their goal is to hire a team, to hire people that you can trust to do what they're supposed to do and to execute as flawlessly as possible, and to bring attention to where there might be issues or a need for changes. So the way it makes me feel is, number one, accomplished, because that was something in terms of our social media and our client newsletter that we were trying to do internally. And quite honestly, we really needed an expert. So in finding, Alejandro, you and what you've been able to do for us gives me peace of mind, because I trust that you're going to do it, and you're going to do it the right way. So, that's a team. And so I feel confident. I feel relieved. I feel as though our brand as BCI continues to get out there and represented in the professional way that we want to portray ourselves. We get a lot of traffic into our from our website through our form, and oftentimes those are existing clients trying to reach out to us, either for an enrollment issue or asking a question because maybe they don't know who their account manager is. But obviously, one of the great things about social media and having a website is to attract new business, and that is a little bit more difficult to assess because oftentimes we get referrals and we don't know exactly what somebody referring us to, so we could probably do a little bit better job of screening those as we get them in. But quite honestly, even if we get 2 or 3 a year and they sell, that pays for our investment. So the ROI, beyond a doubt, because we do write 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, maybe a year from the website. And so for that reason, we need to do it not just for new business, but for our existing clients that might be reaching out. And it's important to have a good presence out there. So if we are working with a prospect, they're going to go to our website. It needs to look professional. There needs to be content out there. They need to, when they Google search us, find us. And that instills confidence and trust when we are trying to go after new business or retain them as a client. Well, I have some definite thoughts. And first of all, anybody that is in movie production or commercial production or television, as a writer, as a videographer, or as an actress or whatever, it is not easy. It takes skill not just of the person that is the face on the camera, but everything behind it, because of, you know, what you're saying, how you present it, the lighting, how are you dressed, and then how are you snipping it together? What is the final product and presentation? So it's not something that just anybody can do, even though my kids have these, you know, little Snapgram videos that they do right now. That's not the same as putting a professional touch on it and conveying the message that needs to be conveyed, and really hitting it home with somebody that you might be striking a pain point, and building through the camera that trust and rapport. So just to kind of finish that thought, I would say that my experience with you, Alejandro, really made me appreciate the skill set that you have and the complexity of rolling out something that's quality, not something that we could have just put together in-house. I would ask them, what is your reservation about working with Alejandro and his company? And I would want to know what it is exactly that's holding them back. And more than likely, it's just because of the unknown. They don't know you, they don't know your quality, they don't know your responsiveness. And I would want to reassure them that if it's any of those things, they should rest easy, that Alejandro is the right person to move forward with. There's nobody that could be more professional, that is cool, calm, and collected, that thinks outside of the box, that's responsive. And, you know, it's hard to find good help, even if it's a contractor, and to go out and find someone like Alejandro would be very difficult. And if I had it to do it all over again, I would have found Alejandro five years sooner. So I would encourage them, you know, really think about what it is that you're concerned with. And if it's any of those things that I've mentioned, I would tell people to sleep easy. Don't worry about that stuff. I would like to say that I really, Alejandro, appreciate you for how you've grown with us. And it can be frustrating when you're starting with a small business that has a few little things to work on, and then almost overnight the whole project changes and requires more complexity, more patience. You know, sending it back to the drawing board a few times and rewording the words 100 billion times requires patience, but you were patient with us. And at the end of the day, our hard work paid off. And I just want to thank you for truly your partnership.